A subscriber request today. We're going to give him an answer. Okay, everybody, welcome to the Hideout, and today we're talking about plastic. But before we get started, please click subscribe. Please click the ringy dingy so you get your notification. Check us out at sgt1911.com. And today in particular, I want us to get into a few comments about things because we're talking about something that I don't know a hell of a lot about. I need to learn more about it, and I'll learn it from you guys who use them. That said, let's go back and just start into what we're talking about. A while back, one of the subscribers said, would you review a Glock 19? And I'm like, yeah, I'll do pretty much, guys. I'll review anything I can get my hands on, but here's the deal. Here's the honest deal. I ain't buying a Glock. So, you know, I don't spend my money on Glock pistols. I don't like them, but I'm going to poke fun at them today, but take it all in stride. We're having fun. Nobody get offended. Let's just have some damn fun. Let's talk about pistols. I can't talk about a Glock with... they get excited because this is what I find out they are. I've got a freaking piece of plastic bottle and a piece of plastic trash. And when I go actually to try to find out what is polymer, when I look, it's plastic. It's just different forms of plastic that's been heated and melted and put into a press or mold, and it comes out just, you know, like a freaking game controller. It's just plastic. But the Glocks are so freaking popular. They got great reviews on different things, but I just can't buy. I can't spend my money on them. I'm just not that way. I don't even like to buy a bottle of water. I think it's just not cool. But anyway, let's talk about it. This guy wants to do a video on a Glock 19. I don't have one. I'm damn sure not going to buy one. But I do come up with a Glock 17. And we're going to talk about the Glock 17 primarily, but you probably, or you may not have known the difference if I hadn't have told you. The Glock 17 was the first Glock. Well, I take that back. I don't know. I'm assuming it was the first Glock. It went to the Austrian Army. Then we have a 18, which I think is an automatic one that we'll never see. And then there's the 19. The only difference between the Glock 17 and the Glock 19 is the size. The Glock 19 is a ½ inch shorter, or not even that, ½ inch shorter in length and 2 rounds fewer in the magazine. Now, why did they do that? Probably because the American market wanted it. That's probably why. We've got Gen 1s, Gen 2, Gen 3, Gen 4, Gen 5. There's so little differences between one and the other. Unless you're a Glock fanboy, most people are not going to know the damn difference unless you go Google it. I have to Google it. I admit it. To me, I've learned a lot about them just reading about them in order to do this. But, you know, like I said, I'm going to poke a little fun at them because I just don't find them impressive. This is the Glock 17. It is just a little bit longer than the Glock 19, holds 2 rounds more than it, but it is, for all practical purposes, this is a Gen 5. Now, it does have on the bottom a rail for an accessory, right down here. It's got one rail lug in there, only one, so you're not going to have to be able to position things around. And if you put a light or something on there, your light itself better be movable, because if not, some of this may not even fit. It's got to go in one place. However, there's been millions and millions and millions of Glocks sold, so I'm going to assume most things will fit a Glock. Now, most of the comments I hear about Glocks are twofold. One is the sights. The sights on these things, you can see them. They're pretty much described by most people as just plain old shitty. Now when I say that, that's because there's so many aftermarket ones and everybody changes their sights on Glocks and puts something else on. Why wouldn't Glock do something in their sights or sound bad? I don't know. Another thing that you hear about these things is the triggers. It's got the safety built into the trigger. Some kind of Glock safety system. There is no external system, and you Glock guys are going to know that. Some people may not. They're like idiot-proof guns. They're simple. Simple. It doesn't take much to learn how to shoot one and load it. And by that matter, is that good or is that bad? I think you should be. If you're going to carry one, you should be competent enough to know everything there is about it. I'm not going to carry one. As you go through the generations, they've changed some things like adding these back straps on them, because everybody that bought the Glock and loved the Glock and everything, they still found something to bitch about. The sights. They love the Glock, but the sights suck. They love the Glock, but the magazine release suck. They love the Glock, but the pistol grip suck. Does the gun suck or not, basically? I mean, what are you bitching about? If you're buying the money, well, here's the deal. $500 or less. You buy a brand freaking new, wonderful pistol for $500 or less. I have to question, what the hell are you thinking? If you want to buy top of the line handguns, it's going to be a hell of a lot more than $500. I mean, if not, all you've done is go down and got another PlayStation Game Boy box, and that's all you've done because of battery shit rusted on yours or something. But anyway, that's beside the point. I'm having fun now. Gen 5, it is a little bit textured on the back than the other. The magazine release right here, they've made it bigger. Right here, they've made it bigger, and you can switch it so it's ambidextrous. And I believe that's about the big improvements that they've made over the years. There's been a few changes in the spring, but the triggers on these things are like, I think they're close to 7 pounds originally. A 7-pound trigger that's like this is like single action, not double action. It's a single action. A nice pistol, single action pistol is going to go under 4 pounds, 3.5, 4 pounds. This thing's double that, and even can be higher than that. So I don't see the draw to a Glock other than the price. Now, admittedly, I'm not a Glock guy, and I'm not trying to bash them, but I am a little bit because I'm just having freaking fun because it's polymer, and it is a deal. Slide lock back, magazine release down here. Now, I will say this: the magazine release on a Glock, you pull this little lever down here on both sides, and then you can release it. If you guys will think back about other polymer pistols, they have a little lever that swings down. So you put that little lever there and swing it down, and then the slide will just come off the front. That is much better than this little thing that comes down here. It's easier to operate. It's easier on the hand. It works every time. Sometimes you got to fiddle fart around with this thing to get it to work. To disassemble the Glock is far more difficult than other polymer pistols. Now, we're trying to stay on the Glock, but I can't help but say Glock has changed so little in the last 40 years from the first one to the last generation here. I mean, guys, if all you've done is add a little bit of texture to the pistol grip in 40 years, that's not what I call innovative technology. I'm thinking you're staying with the times. But if you go out and you look at some other things, if Glock didn't have the name that it has, kind of like Colt or Wilson Combat or some of these bigger name things, that probably wouldn't exist today, because you've got other pistols out there like Polymer 80, Shadow Systems, hell, the list goes on and on and on, that are better pistols than the Glock. They cost more, but they're better pistols than the Glock. So why do we have so many Glocks on the market? Because they're cheap. That's why we have so many Glocks on the market. Everybody gets turned on by different things. I'm going to put it in good old redneck terms. Sally can walking down the road with her skirt up to her ass. That may turn you on. I see Sally walking down the road with her skirt up her ass. I'm saying, that's not a lady. It's not a lady. It's not a lady. This is not something you want to take home to mama. This is cheap ass Saturday night shit. But everybody loves them. And you guys that love them, you just keep right on loving them, whether they got teeth in their head or not. I don't like them. I'm doing a review because I was asked to. I'm not going to spend my money on them. I don't think there's anything I'm going to take that back. I think there's one reason that you would have a Glock, you might want to have a Glock. One reason only. That's two reasons. One, they are cheap. Two, there's so damn many of them out there that if I needed a magazine or ammo or something else, or if all I could find was magazines and ammo when the shit hit the fan, I'll take my 1911 and go over and beat your ass with the freaking pistol grip of it and take your shit away from you, and now I've got a pistol. That probably you have ammo for it, you have mags for it, you have a holster for it, you got all this shit for it. But the truth is, I'll just take your shit away from you and shoot my plastic shit. It's like a disposable razor. I throw that sumbitch away and get another one, because why? It's just plastic, guys. I don't know why we get so damn excited about a freaking piece of plastic. You throw your toothbrush away after a while. You throw your disposable razor away after a while. Your game controller wears out. Knobs on your fucking Chevrolet radio fall off and shit. This is what we got, plastic. I did a Glock video one time, and I will tell you this. The guy who did this is an absolute genius, because there's nothing here but some melted plastic, paper clips, and a spring. That's just about it. There's no parts in these things. Somewhere around 20 or fewer parts in the whole damn thing. So the guy is a genius. If I could have done this, hell, I wouldn't be doing this today. It was as simple as bottling water. We all pay for bottled water today. How ridiculous is that? But we pay for it. And we waste our money, and then we bitch about the price of eggs, and we're spending money on freaking plastic guns and shit. You know, for a few dozen eggs, you can have one of these. Are they good pistols? They have proven to be very reliable, very dependable, very simple. I guess that's about it. Cheap. Grandpa, you've heard me say, my grandpa used to tell me, you pay a nickel for something, you get a nickel's worth. If you can apply that to everything, I pay $500 or less, I got a $500 or less handgun. I think that price is why people buy a Glock. They go out and buy something that's inexpensive. They can do it without their wife getting on their ass. But, you know, I don't know. Can I give a Glock 19 a good review? No, I can't. Why? I don't have one. I got a Glock 17, which is the Glock 19 in a larger size. And I just don't find the Glocks to be all that. Sorry, guys. I mean, you know, I'm not really trying to bash them, because I know they are dependable. I know they function all the time. I know all those things are necessary, and you can have failures in a more expensive handgun with those things. But to me, they're just square, they're unattractive, they're fugly, they don't feel good, they're awkward. I can't find a damn thing good about a Glock except they go bang. So that said, I'm gonna go outside and I'm at least gonna shoot the damn thing, and I'll hit with it, because I'll pay attention and drop it down. I mean, hell, it's still a handgun and it will go bang. But you want my honest opinion of a Glock? If you're gonna buy one, buy a used one for $250. Pick one up, pawn shop or somewhere. Don't you know? If you want a real gun, save your freaking money. I tell you what, I'll tell you something else. A friend of mine was a Glock guy. He bought a Springfield. Now every freaking Glock he had is gone. Now I'm not going to say Springfield's all this and all that. I'm just saying he had Glocks until he got a Springfield. And now every Glock he has is gone. It's kind of like, I don't know. You know, you think you're in love until you fall in love. And then you know what love is. You think a Glock's all this until you find something else and you know what it is. You go to the doctor's office and they got that sign up on the wall that says, show me your pain level from 1 to 10. You go in there and you say, oh shit, I'm dying. It's a 10. 2 years later you go in there and the pain is more unbearable than you've ever had. And you think this is a 10. Well, then you look back and say, Well, if this is a 10, that only must have been a 2. I just thought it was a 10. If this is a gun, you only think it's a gun until you shoot a real gun. And then this shit's just like out the damn window. So let's wrap it up, go outside and get the damn thing to go. Bang, bang, bang. All right, Glock 17, we're gonna try to shoot it. It is gonna shoot, it's gonna run fine, which is bang, bang, bang. We love the smell of the powder, but you know, let me throw 2 more things out there real quick. I was recently told by a good friend of mine that FBI statistics say there's more people killed with the Glock in the United States than any other handgun. Why is that? Probably because there's more of them than many other handguns. Also, I'm gonna think it goes back to that price point again, where I can spend less than $500 on a plastic handgun, and it's gonna get stolen, and somebody's gonna use it in a crime. They're gonna confiscate it. They're gonna steal another one. You know, gun buybacks are bull crap. I'm gonna sell you this gun that I stole for $100. I'm gonna take the $100, buy me some freaking drugs, and then I'm gonna steal another Glock. They're plentiful, they're inexpensive. We'll put it this way. You got a diamond necklace that's worth $10,000. You're gonna pay attention to where it's at. You got something you don't give a shit about that you paid more for anything, it just is, and if that's the way you take care of them, that right there will tell you the value of them. It's just not there. You know, will they shoot? Yes. Are they gonna be dependable stuff? Yes. So if it's money, then by all means buy a Glock. But if it's not a money issue, I don't know why you would buy one. Probably because people think the police are cool. You know, if the government buys it, you need to question that shit. There you go. Let me dip the front of it down, like that right there. Now I want to watch, did you watch what I had to do? Naturally, I point the gun, and then I had to do this. Watch my hand, I have to do that. I noticed that even after, when I bring the pistol up and I'm exaggerating it here, but I'm high. So then I bring it down before I start shooting. And then I noticed even as I shoot, it starts to creep up a little bit. Once I get it down on that sight picture, I really want it to stay there. I mean, it's gonna shoot. You know, I guess let me be honest. Everybody should probably have one because the magazines are going to fit everything. It shoots. Powder still smells good. I don't want you to shoot it again. There we go. We run all through magazines flawlessly. You know, we expected that to run fine, it did. I don't have the Glock 19. I apologize to the guy. 17, same damn thing, just a little bit bigger. I guess I could kind of sum it up like this. We have Ferraris and we have Chevrolet. Everybody wants a Ferrari, but some people have to get Chevrolet. Everybody wants top of the line handguns. Some people have to buy or prefer to buy. How do you like to spend your money is your own damn business. Do what you want, it's your business, but remember, it is your business, not the government's freaking business. It's our Second Amendment right. They can all pucker up and kiss your ass. You do what you want to do. You're a free freaking American. Just try to do it legal. Till we get to shoot again, shoot safe and shoot straight.